Yo, A, it's Fredo Saga in the building. Live your own truth to create your own saga, man. So today we're just gonna be talking about how humans should have been thinking to themselves that they have a limit. You should never adjust to yourself that your potential is limited. There's a barrier in it. There's something that's holding you off because there's nothing that's holding you off right now. The only adjustments that you think they're limited is because you think that, right? But always remember this: our thoughts are not what creates our reality; it's what we create our own reality, right? If we believe that we can expand more, we grow more in every concepts and every attributes of our life will be altogether much more better and much more prioritized for each other, right? Or just in general, individually, right? So I just wanted to let y'all know that humans are limitless. We have unlimited potential. The thing is about how aggravating our potential is that there's so much stuff to do in our world. Like there's so many stuff, and specifically like every person has their own personality. And what I mean is that everybody has their own sort of talent. Everybody has their own sort of skills, right? I may have something that you're not good at, or you might have something that you're better at than what I can do, right? And it's perfect, right? That is what makes difference. That's what creates so much, difference in our world and kind of just puts us in a better position that everybody can focus on their own arts, right? Rather than just us just trying to copy each other, trying to do the same things over and over, which a lot of people in this era are trying to do. A lot of people tend to just follow other people's steps when it shouldn't be like that. You should be following your own steps. You should be guiding yourself. You asking tutorials on how to become this type of person, but at the end of the day, you can never figure out that out if you never put your character out there, if you never put your own personality. The only reason why your mind has the idea to become that identity, it is because it knows that you can become it. You don't have to try. You don't have to copy someone. You don't have to like basically follow someone's steps. You can replicate them. There's a difference between that, you know? You can replicate their actions, but do it in your own way, right? Do it in your own sense of, human personality, your own character, right? Think of this as like, if there was like a main character trying to copy other main characters, like that wouldn't make sense because that main character itself has their own story, right? So let's get started with it, right? One thing that should we realizing is that we have infinite potential. We have the ability to learn and grow and adapt. A lot of people tend to feel like as if they're losing, as if they're lacking, as if they're like last in the race because of external validation, of external feelings. Those things do not exist. Those things are coming out of the outer world, right? They're coming out of the materialistic world, the intention, your dopamine that is wanting like, all this support, all this feedback from people that, are not basically gonna be there if you're trying to gain that, right? A lot of people have the wrong focus and should be having the right prioritizations rather than focusing on the wrong things, because a lot of people tend to just focus on like the materialistic stuff, which is kind of like simple. They want to get all these views, they want to get all this like attention, they want to do all this, all of that. True that all those things matter, but none of those things are gonna matter if you don't become that person that is worth enough to receive that. You're trying to get something that you can get within yourself if you just to focus on the right things. Like that's how simple it is. Like what I just said right there is basically like a mind shift. Instead of you focusing on what's over there, focus on what's right here. Your whole presence is what's important for you to basically replicate and attract what you truly want, right? But we do have the ability to learn, right? We do have the ability to grow and basically just adapt into different situations, which putting yourself in the unknown space. What is the unknown? The unknown space is basically what I was referring to earlier on. Putting yourself in that identity from yourself, going through that path by yourself, not even knowing what's gonna happen, not even knowing how is it gonna feel, what am I gonna experience, what type of feedback am I gonna receive, if this is gonna work out or not. No, those things don't matter. What matters is the fact that you put yourself in that situation and actually aggravated that experience, right? Because now since you took that action, you just became a different identity. You just became a different identity from the person who was scared to take that action, from now a person who actually did it. So now you have different problems. Now you have different purposes. Now you have different reasons to keep going and keep growing, keep adapting, and keep having this mentality that's just gonna find different aspects. Do you see what I'm trying to say? As if you were to focus on the external, you would never take the action for that. You wouldn't. You know why? Because you're so focused on the external. The external doesn't exist. The external comes. Everybody has materialistic stuff. Everybody has it. No matter what, everybody has materialistic stuff. You're just focusing on the wrong thing. What if your materialistic, mentality was within yourself? Was this your mind, your knowledge, your power, your information, right? The key of strength, the key of endurance, the key of discipline, the key of actually improvising on your potential and being grateful on the things that you can do while growing, right? That is having the true materialistic mentality. I'm materialistic, don't worry, I am materialistic, but my materialistic form is this. It's my mind, it's my love, it's my knowledge, it's my finances, and it's my own health. Of course, our health is important. Health is wealth, like everybody says, right? So moving on forward, excuse me. The power of mind. It can envision and create and innovate, breaking self barriers. So now, that is one of the reasons why a lot of people tend to stop. A lot of people tend to just stick with their limited beliefs. This is my second time saying it. Your thoughts are not yourself. You are yourself. So whenever you adjust a limited belief, it is because you don't believe on who you can become. You're believing on a thought more than yourself. Does that make sense? You're giving too much attention into a thought that doesn't even it's not even real. It's not even physical. It's just up here. It's just up here. And most of the time, most of the people who are doing the same thing that you're doing, but you're the only one who has a limited belief, don't even have that limited belief. These people are already over there who you should have been there, right? I'm not trying to say that you can compare yourself with other people, but that's simply it is. The more you keep holding yourself, the more you keep stalling yourself, is so much time being wasted. That time you could have had different worries, even better worries. If I'm being honest, right? If you're gonna be an overthinker, you might as well just be an overthinker to different scenarios in your life, different situations in your life, right? Don't hold yourself back because of a thought. It's a thought. Like, calm down, just relax, and be composed. It's just a thought. This is not happening right now. People worry so much and they overcomplicate their problems for no reason. That is exactly why most people can't even think for themselves. They think out of the outer world, which is the external world, and they can't even think from internally, right? They don't even think why they're doing it. You're worrying about such a negative outcome that you're not even focusing on why you did it in the first place. Oh, I wanted to do this because I wanted to have a better environment, have a better opportunity for myself. But now I'm just thinking about failing. Oh, I'm now thinking about giving up on what I started for. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, when people think like that, it's because you're easily manipulated. You're being easily just being breaking down by your own spirit, by negativity. You need to hold your guard up, hold your spirit up, and stand on your truth. Stand on what you wanted to start. Stand on the process, stand on the journey, and actually fulfill yourself with this beautiful momentum, beautiful energy that any negative time come to you, every negative that's trying to talk to you, take it away, bro. Just take it away. Take a deep breath, relax, and calm down. Nothing is happening right now. You're not failing. You're not losing, because humans never lose. We always learn. Going back to number one, we have the ability to learn, grow, and adapt. I have never mentioned that you have failed once. Never. The only reason why you will fail is if you stop doing it. You stop doing it. That is actually failing. That is disappointing on who you could have become. And that is disappointing that mindset that started off. That mindset, that brain power that did all that work, and just for you to let it go. Just for you to let it all go and simply enough just get rid of it, like if it was nothing. That is failure. That is what I consider losers. That is what I consider people who are weak minded, who are basically not really prioritizing on their own health, right? Oh my gosh, excuse me. So moving on forward, right? Adaptability and resilience. Humans are equipped to adapt in situations and unlocking potential. So, most of the time, where people tell you to go to the uncovered zone, putting yourself in just scenarios that you think they're gonna be so aggravated, but once you're in a scenario, nothing really happens, right? When you overcome that thing where your mind is trying to like make you paralyzed, right? Make you paralyzed. That's not trying to make you move, and you move forward. You automatically have advanced more than 100% of the people who are in the same position as you. That's how important you are. That's how strong your mind is, and how strong your spirit is, right? The Bible always speaks about how not letting negativity get into you, how you use your mind of the power and use that temple to overcome every negativity, right? When you were paralyzed, when you were hesitating, that just means that that you think to yourself that you're weaker than a situation. That doesn't make sense. How can you become weaker than a situation and then a scenario, right? If it even hasn't happened yet, how is it that you're losing in your mind before it even started? It's like if you was to start a game and you basically are already losing because you're already telling yourself, I'm gonna lose, all this person is gonna beat me. It's basically saying that. It's basically saying that in front of all the people, in front of all the people who are seeing your growth, who are seeing your aspects, who are seeing your true talent, and just give it up away like that. Like it truly doesn't like make sense. It truly doesn't make sense, right? So now moving on forward, spiritual limitless. Accessing meditation, prayer, and mindfulness can unlock true wisdom. So this is one of the key tools that most people can use, which is meditation, prayer, and just focusing on the positive thoughts. A lot of people tend to do this whenever times get hard. Trust me, life is not easy, right? Or sometimes, it could be easy. It just depends on your perspective, right? But I like to think to myself that if you truly just pay attention into the positive, like anything will be easy. Anything that you want to do in life, it will be easy because now you're not just getting life hardening by just negative thoughts. This whole video is just about how people think to themselves that they can just be who they are right now. Like, no, that is not true. There's so much into you. There's so much within you. There's a reason why you're watching this video, and there's a reason why you even listening to these words, because there needs to be a change. There's a sign. There's a sign. And even for the people who are not even listening to this, it is because they're already doing something that they're supposed to do, right? But all I'm trying to say is that if you want tools to start practicing, letting go of negative thoughts, letting go of unnecessary situations that you don't want to align yourself with, meditate, start praying, focus on the positive thoughts. Simple as that, right? Simple as that. Not too much words on that, right? So now, moving on forward, breaking self-imposed barriers. Limits we experience are self-created through negative. So this is basically just breaking down what I just explained on the other key forms, right? Most of your limited beliefs have come through your life experience, to the people you live with, to the people you hang around with, your environment. All these opinions, all these interfered perspectives that are trying to get in your mind is a real thing. It's a real thing, right? So you need to learn how to basically pay attention and just kind of start being distant from everybody else perspectives and just kind of listen to yourself now, right? Talk to yourself, guide yourself in a way where you talk to yourself really well, right? A lot of people tend to have really toxic relationships with themselves, which leads into toxic situations, unbalancing situations, and circumstances that they never wanted to be in, right? It's kind of like you basically choosing to go back to your toxic ex, or basically be with this new girlfriend that you're talking to, but she's really nice to you, right? She's completely different and she's really positive, and pretty much you get the idea, right? And you go with the toxic girlfriend, you go with the toxic ex that she's treating you bad now, and she's just, making your life harder. That's basically what it is. That's how you need to have a good relationship with your mind. That is why meditating, praying to yourself, and just kind of focusing on your true thoughts will unlock your true mind without being open with a lot of people around you, or just in general, just stupid shit that just comes in our social media platforms, right? Or just anywhere in general in our world, right? So now moving on forward, evolving identity. You can reinvent yourself endlessly with every decision. Sorry, I kind of spelled that wrong, right? So reinventing yourself endlessly with every decision. Wow, wow, wow! What a powerful sentence here. So basically, what it's trying to say is that you can basically change your life right now if you wanted to. Instead of being scared, do it. Instead of thinking of negative thought, do it. Instead of being paralyzed and hesitating and procrastinating, just do it. Simple as it is, right? Moving on forward. Exploration and discovery. Explore new frontiers, whether science, art, and technology, and spirituality. So, have you realized in our human world, in our human times, how continuously human nature just keeps getting better, right? We're talking about technology here. We're talking about music. We're talking about art. We're talking about, spirituality. We're talking about every aspects of life, how continuously it just keeps evolving, especially if we're talking about AI, especially if we're talking about, maybe food or cars or devices, anything in general, everything is growing at tremendously amount. Like, if I wouldn't be surprised if we had a time machine in the next 2 or 3 years, right? Or maybe it already existed, right? Maybe it already exists. I believe in that, so right. But the thing is that see yourself as those concepts. See yourself as technology. Do you ever think that iPhone is just gonna stay iPhone 8, iPhone 14, iPhone 15? Do you think it was just gonna stay in that number? Do you really think so? No. Why would you think that? That doesn't make sense. There's so much growth in that exponentially concept. There's so much experience. There's so much more real potential to increase everybody's boundaries with that iPhone, right? I wouldn't be surprised if, we can transport ourselves in FaceTime. Like, that will be a real thing. I wouldn't be surprised, right? But basically, what I'm trying to say is that just see yourself as an iPhone, right? Maybe you're an iPhone 9 right now, but maybe if you keep putting more time, you will soon be enough a iPhone 10. Better quality, right? Better mindset, more information, better perspective, and have better endurance within yourself, right? So now, last one is the energy of the dreams. This is the energy of the dreams. The energy of the dreams is such a thing as called like nobody can take over you, nobody can break down. This energy of dreams is the beautiful thing that you can ever experience. And that is the energy of your creation. That is the energy of your purpose. And that is the energy of your own journey, man. Never stop your own journey. This is your story. This is your own saga. Live your own truth to create it. And basically implement this in the real world. But yeah, man, it's been Fredo. Y'all go follow my socials. Like I said, this is the energy of the dreams. Never give up, bro. Never give up. Everybody knows that. You see motivational videos every day telling to never give up. Those are signs, bro. Those are signs. There are basically signs. Don't give up. We need you, bro. We need your potential. It's so needed at the current moment, right? But yeah, man, I'll leave it up to that. Now go check out my socials. And obviously, man, if y'all need anything, stay in contact with me on either Instagram or TikTok. I'll prioritize my viewers and, I give advice to anybody who wants it, man. But yes.